let's talk about our season predictions then. So we'll go with the top 4. We'll go with our dark horse, and we'll go with ourselves to see where we'll place. And so, right, where do you want to kick off, Anil? Who do you think is going to go and win the league?
There's nowhere other place to start than top team. So, yeah, I don't see us winning it, if I'm honest. It's too much of a change. Not enough signings, not enough spark coming into this new season for us to be excited and think that we're going to win. So I don't see us winning it. So take us out of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 2 teams, aren't there? I don't think there's any team that comes close to Man City and Arsenal. So, again, I think we mentioned it. Out of the 8 seasons that City have been with Guardiola, they've only lost 1, and that was to us in that COVID season. So
there's a lot.
It's pretty hard not to predict another Man City, league win. Head says Man City, but if we would want that to change, I don't see us doing it. So I would like Arsenal to maybe pip them just to make it a little bit interesting, because it is getting boring. Same team winning it all the time.
100%.
So, yeah, 1-2, Arsenal, Man City. Whichever way around it is, I don't really care. But
it's pointless.
I'd rather Arsenal than Man City. But the fact that they're going to be the top 2 doesn't give me any joy whatsoever.
What would it take, though, for Arsenal? I mean, they've spent a lot of money this summer. They clearly think that that's what they need. Obviously, shored up at the back. Looking to get another midfielder as well. Do you think they literally just need to pretty much be perfect we were?
All they needed to do last season was beat City.
Yeah.
I think if they rather than draw with City, if they beat City, they would have won the league.
Yeah. And they had opportunities to. They just went and shut up shop, didn't they?
Well, they were celebrating a draw. So I think they need to get in the mentality that, we're the team, we're going to go to City, we're going to batter them, we're going to get those 6 points off them out of the season. And that's all it takes. Literally, I mean, when we won the league, it literally took, even those seasons where we were 1 point behind or anything like that, it came down to what was our head-to-head, scores against City. And if you can beat City home and away, you more or less, with the way they're playing, they win the league. I mean, they're not going to come to Liverpool and beat us at Anfield, because that, again...
Not many teams can.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they did. Did they do the double over United? Or did United get a draw out of them as well?
I'm sure they beat United twice.
Yeah.
United aren't that good.
Which is what they wouldn't normally do. So they need to just turn around the odd result that they could quite easily turn around and then beat City home and away. And I think it's easier said than done. But if you want to win the league, you got to beat all the teams out now.
100%. What about us then? Where do you think we're going to land up?
I don't know if this optimistic with head or with heart, or maybe a bit of both, but I'm hoping we are in the same position last year, top 4, 3 position, number 3.
Yeah.
I can't see anybody being better than us, although my prediction for top 4, the 4th position, is Tottenham.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, I know you don't agree.
Not bottling it again, are they?
Well, I think Ange I do like Ange. I mean, there was talks about him being the Liverpool manager at one point, and I do like the way he plays.
Yeah.
He's got an attacking style, so it's a bit like Klopp when he first started, isn't it? It's all out. You know what? Let's just outshoot them. Don't worry about tactics. Let's just outshoot them. We can beat them 5-4 or 4-3 or 3-2. Let's just outbeat them. And I do like that kind of. It makes it exciting. He's had a whole season with them. He's had his first full preseason? I don't know how much he got last season, but he's made a few of his own signings. He's tweaked his, way of playing, I think. And he's even come out himself and said, I normally win in my second season. Yeah. So he's looking for trophies. He's looking to push this team on. No excuses now. You can't say, oh, I'm new to the league. I was getting used to it. So I do think Tottenham might make top 4. That's my poll prediction as well as top 4 prediction.
It is a big shout. I've just looked. They are currently beating Leicester. So,
are you happy with Liverpool as 3rd?
I am. I think, again, like you said, if we're talking with our heart, we'd want them to be winning the league. But I think we'd be very happy with 3rd. I think first season for Slot. I can see us going past that. I just think be interesting to see. Again, over the next few weeks, we've got a tough few games coming up. How we respond from there. But I'd be happy with the top 4. I think we need a trophy first season. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, don't care what it is. Just some
Champions League.
silverware. Champions League, we'll have that as well, whatever. Just something to celebrate, and for him and for the fans to have a bit of confidence and say, you know what, obviously it took Klopp a long time, despite all the finals we went to win a trophy, but for him to win some silverware early doors, I think it would set the tone. And I'd be very, very happy with that. As for my fourth spot, unfortunately, I'm going to go
Not United. Seriously, after the season they had last year.
I know, but this is the thing with United. I watched them
on Friday. Is this with Ten Hag or without?
Oh, he's going. He's gone by December. There's no way. He's off by December. I think they'll end up getting Graham Potter in. And
I think they've already got their new manager in the back staff.
You think?
Yeah. Van Nistelrooy. I think they've brought him in just to see what's going on before.
No way. Can you imagine?
Because he's come back. He's come from a managerial position to take up assistant.
That's not a bad shout, to be fair. Not a bad shout. I mean, they're happy to put ex-legends in before, so it would be interesting to see. I just think, again, on Friday night, they just keep getting these smash and grab wins. I think they're going to lose a lot of games this season, but I think Spurs, I see the confidence, but they always have this patch where they end up losing about 4 games in a row. I think Villa are going to struggle with having Champions League football. I think Newcastle, if they can stay fit, I think Newcastle could edge out United and go in that top 4 for me. But I think United probably look the strongest out of the rest. I'd
probably go City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham.
Yeah.
Man United, Aston Villa, and then Newcastle.
It's brave. It's bold. I hear it. I think it'd be really, really intense, close this season. Top 8, top 10. It'd be very, very difficult to get into all of it with the teams and how they're playing. So who did you say your dark horse was? Are you going to stick with Spurs as your dark horse?
Yeah, I think Spurs are going to be my dark horse. Although, Ipswich have had 2 back-to-back promotions. And I do like the way they play. Can Ipswich would Ipswich being top half be a bold prediction?
It is a pretty bold prediction. A lot of people have said it already, but I think there's a big basis to it.
Tottenham top 4, Ipswich top half of the table. They're my bold prediction.
I like to hear that. I think, again, for me, I'm going to go Palace. I think Palace, they've got the pieces there. Managed to keep a hold of Eze, obviously lost Elise, but I think they've done pretty well. So I think Palace will be top 8 this season, European football.
Oh, wow.
100%. Okay. I can see
that is bold. That is bold.
Brighton as well. You never know. They had an off-season last year, but again, big win opening day against the old Evertonians. So could be a very interesting season.
Everton are going to be doing similar to what they did last season. They're not going to be.
Oh, I think they're going down. I think this is the season.
Oh, that's a bold prediction.
I see this is the season. If you're saying Ipswich are going to make it out, I think this is the season that they go.
Everton going down. That's a bold prediction.
Before especially the new stadium comes in as well. Yeah.
Oh man, Daichi he knows how to get a team to start playing. I know they might not start well, but he knows how to finish well.
Yeah.
And considering how many points they had taken away and they still survived, they know how to survive. They're not going to be a good team to watch. I'll tell you another bold one, which even though they lost, I think West Ham with Lopetegui might be interesting to watch throughout the season. When he was at Wolves, I did like the way they played when he was at Wolves. So that might be another one. It might take a couple of games to get. But, they came up against Aston Villa, and they're one of the top teams in the league. So you can't really take much away from that loss. I do feel they'll come good at some point.
Yeah.
They'll be top 10, I reckon.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is to continue enjoying the rest of the season. Back again next week. Liverpool face Brentford, and the rest of the league has quite a few difficult fixtures. Poor Ipswich have to go and play Man City next as well. And hopefully they don't get donked on as hard as Liverpool did in the second half. But thank you, as always, for joining us. Anil, thank you for joining me, as always. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and we will be back next week when Liverpool get 6 points and go top of the Premier League. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you next time on the Up on Our Reds podcast.
Peace.